Hi, welcome to Church Creative Guy. Here's how you can make a simple Christmas set out of Coroplast. For our Christmas set this year, we knew we wanted to do some projection mapping, so we wanted to use Coroplast because it's easy to throw images and light on. So the first thing we did was measure our stage and get 8 pieces of Coroplast that are 4x8 sheets, stood them up and taped them off together. I set up my computer and a projector and projected images of like the sheep and the camel, the wise men, and here are the shepherds over here, and of course the nativity scene with baby Jesus and the donkey and the camel. Then outline with the Sharpie, and make sure to outline on the inside so that when you cut, you'll cut on the outside and get rid of the Sharpie because it'll be cut out. Then just grab an X-Acto blade and start cutting. See on this camel, like the parts in between the bridle, I just cut it out and made its own separate piece and then stuck it to the wall too. Same with the reins here, and I did that for these guys. And then I also did it for this head of this cow that's in the negative space, you know, where the post of this hut is. And then for the donkey, same deal. And so you just kind of have to leave some extra pieces and then tape them on in. This tree, it was actually a mistake. I started cutting it out, and I cut out inside the black lines of the Sharpie, and then I realized, oh my gosh, I was supposed to be making negative space. So in order to fix it, what I did was just make basically this panel the positive, and then started with the negative space over here, and it ended up working really, really nicely. I like the way it looked, and it kind of gave it some visual interest, particularly on this side of the design where baby Jesus is. So here's a super cool Coroplast hack that I learned if you want to make some sort of 3D standing object. What you do is you take your Coro and you you score 2 flutes that are right next to each other, like so, to create this kind of T shape, like that. Then, in your second piece, you score the edge piece like this. Don't cut all the way through it. All right, so now that that's like this, then you slip this part inside the T shape like so, and poof, you've got a freestanding Coroplast structure. It obviously won't hold much weight, but if it's just for display purposes, it's perfect. Voila, 3D star out of Coroplast. Over here and over on the other side, the contrast is really great. I love this guy, by the way. He was fun to make. The contrast is really, really great because it's the white Coroplast on the dark wood. But over here, we've got this white limestone wall. And in order to make the contrast, what I did was I just got as close as I could with the wood tone on some paper and printed it out, and stuck it behind the shepherds and the lambs over here and the sheep, so that the contrast. And up here, I did the same, except I used foil, and so that was able to mask that white limestone underneath and still create the visual look that I was going for. So you just have to keep stuff like that in mind whenever you're using Coroplast to make silhouettes, because if stuff is behind it that doesn't create contrast, you kind of got to go to plan B. Church kind of has this wooden panel thing and a chair rail with some faux wood underneath, but as it turns out, that actually was a total God thing. That for the guys on the camels, the wise men coming, it just played really well, and I didn't plan that. It just was this wonderful little moment where God kind of winked at our stage design. I love working with Coroplast. It is the best stage design material ever. It's like super light, takes light really well. It's so strong. It can be freestanding if you do it just right, and it looks really, really great in a dark environment. And we were able to take something as low concept as silhouettes and turn it into a beautiful nativity for our Christmas service. And we even added some projection mapping there at the end. And it really changed the whole vibe of the room when you're able to add some different elements and create some visual wow factor in order to bring glory to Jesus. Hey, I hope that you enjoyed this video, and you click like and hit share and subscribe, and I look forward to seeing what you guys create with your Coroplast design. As always, pray for creativity and may God get the glory.